gorgeous. Welcome back to my channel, or if you're new here, welcome. Today we are going to test out viral TikTok makeup hacks. Let's go ahead and get started. I can't find the original videos or I can't stitch them onto this video, but the first hack involves adding powder to your face before foundation. So let's go ahead and get started, and I'll explain as I put everything on. So first, I'm gonna go in with some moisturizer. So basically, this is to give you a sort of flawless base. Now for the very fun part, you're gonna take your powder, your loose powder, and you're gonna apply it all over the face. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add setting spray. This one is really good for melting powder. That's why I'm using this. Now it's time to add foundation on top. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my foundation. Okay. So the thing is, the base looks okay, right? The foundation looks okay, but for someone with drier skin, I don't think this is gonna look really good. Because I have oily skin, this really just mattified my face before I added foundation on. So it helps me not look very greasy or very dewy. But the thing is, you can do this after you put on the foundation, right? You put on the foundation, then you put powder on, and you'll look perfectly fine. Adding powder on before just seems unnecessary because you're gonna have to set the concealer anyways. So this wasn't really a fail, but it's just unnecessary. The next hack involves blush and concealer. So first you're gonna take your blush and you're gonna apply it under the eyes. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this one and apply 3 dots on this side and 3 dots on this side, which seems crazy, I know, but I'm gonna go ahead and blend this out a little bit here. I mean, I literally look sick. I look like I have a rash under my eye. Good thing I didn't choose purple because that would look really bad. Now this is a very full coverage concealer, so I'm not sure if the blush is gonna peek through, but I'm gonna go ahead and add some to the back of my hand. I'm gonna go ahead and use a sponge for this to make it a little bit less so that maybe the blush can poke through. So I'm gonna go ahead and add this under the eye. Okay, so here's the before and here's the after. As you can see right here, it's still a little bit pink, but right under the eye, all that pink is gone because this is a very full coverage concealer. Now, the thing that's wrong with this hack is that this blush placement doesn't work for everyone's face shape. So for my face shape, what I like to do is apply my blush over here. The second thing that's wrong with this hack, I'm using a very full coverage concealer, so the blush under the eyes doesn't really work that well because you can't even see it after I blend out the concealer. Now let's go ahead and move on to a contour hack. As you guys may already know, I place my contour right here, but today we're throwing all of that out of the window, and today we're applying our contour like right here. I'm not sure how well that's gonna look, but let's go ahead and shoot. Now I'm gonna go ahead and blend this a little bit. Apparently this contour is to emphasize the hollowness of the cheeks. The same kind of contour doesn't work for everyone. Contour works differently for everyone because of your face shape. Again, this goes back to what I was talking about with the blush. It depends on your face shape, how contour is gonna look on you, what contour style you need to use. So for my face shape, this kind of contour just looks like I rubbed mud on myself. Here's a little close-up of the contour. It looks horrible, you guys. Now it's time to try some nose contour. So this is a very weird shape for nose contour, but stay with me here. So we're starting here and then we're going across and we're looping back over this way, and we're doing the same thing on the other side, which, yes, I know looks super crazy, but hang on. Back when I was drawing simple fishes, this is what it looks like. I look like I drew a fish on my nose. Now it's time for the concealer. So I'm gonna take the same brush, but I did wipe it off to remove the excess. We're gonna add concealer here, give some color to the fishy, and we're gonna add it to the tail. We're also gonna add it on the outside here on the whole nose. Now it's time to blend this mess. So first going to go ahead and blend the contour. I don't have very high hopes for this. Now it's time to blend the concealer. This looks horrible. This looks absolutely horrendous. Sorry, I really had to fix that because it looked absolutely horrendous. But basically I just added some foundation on and blended out that contour. But the next hack is a baking hack. So basically you take your powder and now you're gonna bake as you usually do. Take your powder, you're gonna put it under the eye. Now let's go ahead and use my setting spray to get rid of the powder. Now, the thing is, I can't believe that people are acting so surprised over this because that's what setting spray does. It's supposed to melt in the powders, so it's no surprise that this kind of works, but it also kind of doesn't because there is this part right here and also in the inner corner here it didn't really work well. It's okay, but this is again really unnecessary when you can just sweep it away with this. Now, this last makeup hack involves powder and mascara. And does it not involve powder? Like, please tell me when a hack doesn't involve powder. We're gonna go ahead and curl our lashes. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and add mascara on both sides. And for this hack, I'm gonna use one eye to do the hack and then the other to just do it how I regularly do it. And on this eye, I'm not going to use the hack. Now for this side, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the eyelash curler. I'm gonna curl my lashes again. But for the other side, I'm gonna be using the hack. Take your powder, add it to the lash curler, and now I'm gonna curl my lashes. There is no difference, okay? Powder or not, your lashes are gonna curl the same because it's an eyelash curler. Powder isn't doing anything.